What is up, you heathens and demons? Welcome back to the Raging Atheist. I'm your boy Nakasuchi, and real quick, I'm about to start recording part 2 to debunking science falsely so-called, but I want to address the video that I put out. Aron Ra disses me. I want to address it because I've actually watched the full interview. Like I said, I hadn't had a chance to watch it. I tried to find it, couldn't find it. Never would have found it unless you guys linked it. So thank you to all of you that linked it for me. I did watch it, and I want to address it a little now that I have a little more knowledge. So first off, I became aware of Aron Ra talking about yours truly by watching a Matt Powell video. I went to Matt's channel to record the first part of the movie so I could debunk it, and I saw that he had a video talking about it. Watched his video, and there's some things about his video that I'm gonna have to address. He says I begged him, which is not true. He's lying, but that's what Matt Powell does. He's a liar. And you know, this whole interaction now has shown me just how serious, you know, I thought that Matt Powell was nothing. He was nobody, and that going and talking with him would give me a good chance to really confront a hate preacher without any like real ramifications from it. It would be like a test run for me. And notoriously, my first time having a conversation with him, I was hungover. I partied hard the night before. I'm a human being. The second time, the time that he was able to warp, which I knew he would do, I went into it knowing he would do, I wasn't hungover. I was on top of my game, and I had an agenda. And it was quite different than what his agenda was. Because his agenda, as he was reaching out to me to do it, you know, he reached out to me, and I'm going to have to make a video on that, so I don't want to talk too much about it. But, you know, he was quite clear that he wanted to make a movie in opposition to evolution. But I, on the other hand, based upon our first conversation and the interactions I've had with this dude, had another agenda. And I just wanted to prove, you know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that he's a liar, a fraud, and a hustler. That he doesn't have good intentions. You know, a commenter made a comment on our second debate, and I thought it was spot on, because, you know, Matt Powell is a person that while we're together, while we're face to face, man to man, is really, really nice to my face. Really, really nice to my face, to where, you know, I'm very open with who I am and what I'm going to do, and like, dude, you know, I'm going to go at you hard on this. You know, he's really super nice to my face. And then as soon as he's out of my face range, well, he's talking shit, he's trashing, he's dissing, he's lying, he's misrepresenting me as a human being, you know, and that's the type of person he is. So I shouldn't have really trusted anything from the Matt Powell video talking about Aron Ra. And quite honestly, I find it hilarious that Matt Powell's more pissed off about what Aron Ra said about me than I am. You know, that's kind of funny. Why? Is because, you know, he does make a good point. Aron Ra does. You know, I am the Raging Atheist. I've had an interaction with Matt. But Matt could have went out and gotten somebody else for that role in his movie. Matt chose not to. Matt chose to approach me. In his video, he says I beg him, and I'm going to have to address that. That's not the truth. Matt approached me, and I was more than willing to do it because I had my own agenda. I wanted to prove him to be a fraud. I wanted to prove that he's a liar. You know, and that's easy to do, but I just want, like, just even outside of the YouTube world, just in real life, how he is, how he interacts, what he says. He's not a genuine actor, and I wanted to prove that, so I agreed to it. But Matt could have reached out to anybody else. Now, he'll probably tell you that he did, and Dawkins didn't want to debate the great Matt Powell, you know, because Dawkins is way too busy being a pedophile, which is something that Matt Powell says, and I don't quite agree. Like, I guess, you know, I really need to look into that, because I have heard it from a different source now, and I really need to look into that. But, you know, like, I highly doubt that Richard Dawkins is going to be afraid of a pissant like Matt Powell. I mean, come on, seriously. So, you know, Matt Powell could have went that route. with a more seasoned debater. You know, you're not going to be able to misrepresent Matt Dillahunty, for instance, because Matt Dillahunty is going to be very careful going into that situation, to where I wasn't. Like I said, I had an agenda. I wanted him to do what he did. And in retrospect, maybe I should have had a different agenda, because he did what he did very successfully. Now I have Aron Ra with a misconception. But when it comes to the Aron Ra thing, now when I released the last video, I hadn't really watched it. And I was a little like, oh, well, why didn't he just kind of look up the Raging Atheist? But watching that video, it appears to me that it was kind of like a spur of the moment thing that Aron Ra was even there. You know, so maybe he wasn't quite aware of what they would be watching and was just kind of thrown into a situation with having no knowledge about it. I can't be mad that Aron Ra doesn't know who I am. Why would I? I mean, who the fuck am I to Aron Ra? You know, as far as Aron Ra knows, he's coming, he's watching this, and he just sees a dumbass getting schooled. And I can't fault him for that. You know, and yeah, he does make the comment like I'm a dumb fuck or some shit, but I'm not going to be insulted by that, because he just truly didn't know the whole circumstances. And then if you watch that whole thing, a lot of the things that they're saying, I actually do if you watch my debate with Matt Powell. You know, because I don't claim to be an expert on evolution. I don't claim to be anything that I'm not. I'm not afraid to say that I don't know. And if you watch that debate, you know, I'm not going to claim that Aron Ra would watch my debate and come out saying, well, you know, Nakasuchi really got him with the intellectual points. But I think he would come out of that debate saying that Nakasuchi came out better than Matt Powell did. And you guys have to remember, I'm a normal dude. This has been my first interaction since I've come out as an atheist against the clergy of any type. I haven't talked to the clergy in my family about it. We avoid that subject. You know, I haven't talked to anybody. You know, Matt Powell reached out to me, trolled me, reached out to me, whatever the fuck he's gonna say. He reached out to me, and it was my opportunity to really test myself in that situation. Now, I think I did good things, and I think I did bad things. And I think it was a learning experience, and I think that the next time I go into the next situation, for one, with a more genuine actor, that Christian vlogger has expressed interest in collaborating. I am very interested in collaborating with that Christian vlogger, because I think that that would be a genuine interaction. It would, you know, even though I don't know the guy, I think that Justin is a genuine actor and wouldn't have any ill intentions like Matt Powell did. So I'm very interested in that. And I think I'll go into that with this experience with Matt Powell under my belt, and better for it. So, you know, with the whole Aron Ra thing, my final conclusion on it is I'm not insulted at all. You know, I can't be insulted. I think that his analysis was actually really good. If you go in and you watch that whole thing, that actually the analysis of it was quite good. And the thing with me, the thing that I wasn't quite prepared for walking into that situation with Matt Powell, was he did a much better job making me look like an ass than I thought he would. I honestly thought that Matt Powell was a fucking fool, but he's working with people now that at least they know what they're doing when it comes to their shady shit. You know, Matt Powell it's not just Matt Powell. You know, Matt Powell's a stupid ass kid. It's this whole new IFB. That's going to be the enemy. You know, and it's going to be a major focus, just like my atheist story, my cult bunnies, my crazy cults. I'm going to have to make a section for the new IFB. I'm going to have to make a section for Matt Powell and my response to him. It'll all be together. And we're going to really have to go at these new IFB fucktards, every single fucking one of them. And we're going to have to really go hard at Brandon Anderson, whatever the fuck his evil fucking name is. Because he's the leader of it. You know, he's put this thing in motion for decades, and now it's bearing fruit, and we got fucking monsters like Matt Powell roaming the world. So it's time to really go hard at the new IFB, and that's going to be a major mission of the Raging Atheist. So with that announcement, just want to say Aron Ra, no hard beef, yo, no bad blood. funny that Matt Powell's pissed about it and I ain't. You know, watching the whole thing, I can't be mad at you. I do think that if you watched my debate with Matt Powell, then you'll come out of it seeing that I did actually make a lot of the points you made in response to Matt Powell's movie. So as always, I am your boy Nakasuchi. This is The Raging Atheist. If you like my videos, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Share me on your social media. Comment in the comments section below. I'll see you soon.